Okay, real talk for a second. When was the last time a car genuinely made other automakers nervous? Like, actually scared, not just a little worried, but the kind of nervous where they're holding emergency board meetings, slashing prices overnight, and completely scrapping 5-year plans. That's what the 2026 Tesla Model Y is doing right now. And here's the wild part. Tesla didn't do it with some crazy new breakthrough. They didn't reinvent the wheel. What they did was something almost more impressive. They took a car that was already the best-selling vehicle on the planet, not just best-selling EV, best-selling car, period, and they made it better in basically every single way that actually matters to real people. So today, we're breaking down exactly why the 2026 Model Y has the entire auto industry shaking in its boots, and why it might just be the smartest car purchase you can make right now. Stick with me, because the stuff coming up later in this video genuinely surprised me. Before we get into the juicy stuff, let me just give you a tiny bit of context, and I promise I'll keep this quick. The Model Y has been the best-selling car in the world for 2 years running. Not just best-selling electric car, the best-selling car, full stop, beating out the Toyota Camry, the Honda CR-V, the Ford F-15, all of them. And for 2026, Tesla did something called the Juniper update. It's basically the most significant refresh this car has ever received since it launched. New exterior, completely reworked interior, better performance, better range, and honestly, they fixed a bunch of things that people used to complain about. So the question isn't really, is the Model Y still good? That ship has sailed. The question is, just how good is it now? Let's find out. All right, let's start with what you can see, because yes, the 2026 Model Y looks different, and I think it looks way better. Tesla redesigned the front end with these super slim new LED headlights connected by a full LED light bar that stretches across the nose. Honestly, it looks more premium, it looks more aggressive, it looks like a car that costs a lot more than it does. Out back, you've got redesigned LED taillights that give it a really distinctive look at night. You'll know immediately when one of these is behind you on the highway, and that's not an accident. Tesla absolutely wants this thing to be recognized, but here's where it gets really interesting. The inside, because Tesla, to their credit, actually listened this time. The old Model Y's interior was fine, but critics always said it felt a little sparse, a little bare, like they were going for minimalism but sometimes landing on empty. The 2026 interior, completely different vibe. They upgraded the materials. Everything feels richer, softer, more premium under your fingers. They added way more sound deadening, so the cabin is noticeably quieter on the highway. And they finally brought back a physical indicator stalk on the steering wheel after massive backlash over the haptic buttons. Oh, and there's now an 8-inch touchscreen for rear passengers, so your kids in the back can control the climate, browse music, or play games without yelling at whoever's in the front seat. That alone is going to save a lot of family road trips. Okay, let's talk numbers, because this is where the Model Y absolutely goes to war with the competition. Range first. The 2026 Model Y long range hits up to 357 miles on a single charge. That's not just good for an EV. That's better than a lot of gas cars in terms of practical driving between fill-ups. Think about it. When's the last time you drove more than 357 miles in a single shot without stopping? And when you do need to charge, Tesla's supercharger network is still the gold standard. The 2026 supports up to 250 kilowatt charging speed, which means you can add roughly 150 to 180 miles in just 15 minutes. That's a bathroom break and a coffee. You're back on the road. Now, performance. The base long range does 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds. That's fast. That beats most sports cars from 10 years ago. But the performance trim, that is genuinely, objectively absurd. There are supercars from the early 2000s that can't touch that number, and you can pick your kids up from soccer practice in it. And we haven't even talked about the motors. Depending on the trim, you're looking at somewhere between 295 and well over 400 horsepower. And because it's electric, all of that power hits instantly. There's no revving up, no gear shifts, no lag. You press the accelerator and the car just goes. Compare that to, say, a BMW X3 or a Mercedes GLC, which are good cars genuinely, but they're turbocharged, heavier mechanically, slower off the line, and cost significantly more. It's not even a close comparison. Okay, here's the section I was most excited to get to: the technology. Because this is where Tesla genuinely lives in a different universe from most other automakers. Every single 2026 Model Y comes standard with Tesla's full self-driving hardware suite. Now, I know FSD has been a whole conversation, and we can talk about that in a second, but let's just look at what's actually included as standard. You get autopilot, which handles your steering, acceleration, and braking on highways. You get automatic lane changes. You get automatic parking. You get auto park, where the car literally parks itself while you just sit there. You also get a built-in dash cam, a security camera mode called Sentry Mode that watches your car when you're away from it, over-the-air software updates so your car literally gets better while you sleep, and access to Tesla Arcade for gaming when you're parked. And the navigation is integrated with the supercharger network, so if you're on a road trip, the car automatically routes you through charging stops, tells you what battery percentage you'll arrive at each stop, and adjusts in real time if your driving style changes. It's like having a co-pilot who's obsessed with efficiency. No other mainstream SUV at this price point does all of that. Not even close. And the price, by the way, the long range starts at around $44,990, which, when you stack it against what you're getting, is kind of remarkable. Now look, I'm not here to just hype this car up without being real with you, because there are legitimate things about the Model Y that some people genuinely don't love, and you deserve to know about them. First, the third row is gone. The 2026 Model Y is now strictly a 5-seater. Tesla removed the optional third row entirely. If you've got a big family and you were banking on squeezing a couple of kids in the back, that option is just not there anymore. China gets a long wheelbase version with a third row, but there's no confirmation that'll come to other markets anytime soon. Second, the base standard trim doesn't get the full glass roof. Tesla covered it over with sound insulation. You get a headliner instead of that gorgeous panoramic view. Is it a deal breaker? Probably not. But if the glass roof is something you were excited about, you'll want to step up to a higher trim. And third, Tesla's customer service reputation is still a mixed bag. Some people have amazing experiences. Others have horror stories about wait times and communication. That's just the reality of the brand right now, and it's worth knowing going in. But, and this is important, when you look at the total package, the range, the performance, the tech, the charging network, the price, most of those trade-offs are easy to live with for the majority of buyers. And that's exactly why this car dominates. So, let's bring it back to the title. Why is this car feared? Here's why. When you make a car this capable at this price point and you improve it every single year with free software updates, you force every other automaker to play catch-up constantly. And they can't. Hyundai cut prices on the Ioniq 5. Ford dropped the Mustang Mach-E's price twice. Volkswagen has been scrambling with their ID.4. Even BMW and Mercedes have had to rethink their EV pricing strategies. All of that? That's the Model Y effect. And here's the thing that really gets automakers nervous. Tesla owners are loyal. The retention rate, meaning people who buy a Tesla and then buy another Tesla, is one of the highest in the entire auto industry. Once people experience the software, the supercharger network, the over-the-air updates, it's genuinely hard to go back. So Tesla isn't just winning sales, they're building a user base that's very sticky. And the 2026 Model Y, with its dramatically improved interior and refined ride quality, is going to convert a whole new wave of people who were on the fence. That's not a car company, that's an ecosystem, and that's what makes it feared. So who's this car actually for? Honestly, it's almost offensively versatile. If you commute daily, you'll love the efficiency and the low running costs. If you've got a family, the cargo space, the quiet cabin, and the rear screen will make road trips way less chaotic. If you care about performance, the higher trims are legitimately thrilling to drive. And if you're just looking for a reliable, low-maintenance vehicle that gets better over time, this is arguably the best argument for EVs you can make. The one person who might not love it is someone who lives in a rural area with limited supercharger access, or someone who really needs a third-row SUV. For those folks, you might need to look elsewhere. For now, at least. But for the vast majority of people looking at the $40,000 to $60,000 SUV segment, the 2026 Model Y is the benchmark. Everything else is trying to measure up to it. Look, I think the reason this car is so talked about, so feared, honestly, isn't because it's perfect. It's not. No car is. It's feared because it keeps getting better while also getting more accessible. And that combination is incredibly rare in the auto industry. The 2026 Tesla Model Y is a genuinely excellent car that also happens to be backed by the most capable charging network on Earth. That's a hard combo to beat. If you've been on the fence about going electric, or if you've been wondering whether the Model Y is still the move in 2026, I hope this helped make that decision a little clearer. Drop your questions down in the comments. Seriously, I read every single one and I'll answer as many as I can. And if you're curious about how it stacks up against the Hyundai Ioniq 5 or the Ford Mach-E, let me know. That video might be coming next. If you got value out of this, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel more than you'd think. And subscribe if you want more honest takes on EVs and the future of cars. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.